For sure.
Okay, so I have some questions here. Let's start off with um, how do you show your personality on stage?
Ooh, that's a good one.
Maddie, this question goes to you because I'm not confident with my walk. So
No.
I'll give you that one.
No, I think,
I'm an honest queen.
it's good. That's good. Being transparent is beautiful. But there's many elements, I mean, to show your personality on stage. It really ultimately depends
Mm,
on, I think I listed on too. It depends on, excuse me. It really depends on the person you are. For instance,
yeah.
if you're more shy and reserved, like I said, dance classes can really help you release that tension that you have in your body, and maybe just show
Hmm.
your personality a little bit more in your catwalk. So just you have
Yeah.
to understand, like, you have to ask yourself, where am I lacking? And it's okay to have
Yeah.
those honest conversations with yourself. Say, okay, you know
Hmm.
what? I'm lacking in my swimsuit portion. What can I do to work on that? And you work your
Hmm.
fullest every single day on that. Listen, I'm having a little trouble on my public speaking abilities. Do
Hmm.
practices. Talk to go to different schools and talk to the youth. Practice
Yeah.
more on your Instagram lives, or even talk with your family about debates and ideas, and spark conversation to help you release, as far as public speaking. So just
Hmm.
identifying where you lack in whatever it is in the pageant world, work on that. And that will really
Yeah.
help you show your personality. And don't be afraid to show your personality. I feel like
Yeah.
sometimes we are comparing ourselves so much to our 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 sister queens or the next girl next to us.
Mm,
Yeah, we want social acceptance. So we tend to alter ourselves to fit the
hmm.
mold of the masses. So just
Yeah.
understanding that and like I said in my final statement, embrace who you are. In a world where so many people wear masks, covering who they
Yeah.
are, it is such a refreshing thing, a beautiful thing to just show your soul. Don't be afraid to be you. And it's okay that
Yeah.
you're different. That is your superpower. No one is you.
Hmm.
So just really accept who you are, on pinpoint where you may lack, and work on that every single day. Yeah.
Queen, I'm
Yeah.
crowning you now.
Yeah.
I can crown
Thank
you
you,
from
thank you.
here.
But I'm sure that you can relate to that as well.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
super
because
true.
actually I tell my students, because I hold workshops here in the Philippines as well for
You
both
too.
pageants and like beauty queens and non-beauty queens as well. And then I always tell them once
Wow.
you step in front of a lot of people, you can't fake authenticity. People will always see through you. Like not you don't even have to talk.
Yes,
Like you just stand there, your non-verbal communication will already be working.
absolutely.
So it's the most transparent and vulnerable thing that you can do.
Yes, it takes bravery and
Yeah.
courage to
Yeah.
be who you are. So that's why
Exactly.
whenever I see someone authentic, people can connect with that. People can
Hmm.
can can understand a little bit more about who you are when you're transparent and authentic. And I think that you do
Yeah.
workshops. Whenever you need me, let me know. I would love to help you
Fly
out in
here
any
to the
way.
Philippines.
Yes, of course. I would love to help out in any way. Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna set up our academy. It'll be Nicole and
Exactly.
Maddie.
Yes.
And the slogan is just slayage. the
Hashtag.
hashtag
Love it.
slayage.
Exactly.
But I love how you really put emphasis on the Q&A though. You were like, talk to everyone. Like, go to schools, do
Do
public speaking,
everything.
because people always come up to me and ask, how do you improve your communication skills, your public speaking skills? And I'm like, just do it.
Do
Like,
it.
keep practicing.
Yeah.
Even if you're bad at it, at least people can give you comments about it, like really good feedback. And then you can also adjust your emotions on
Mhm.
stage and like how you project yourself on
Mhm.
stage. So it's a lot of getting used to. It's
It's
not
getting used to.
something that, yeah, it's not something you learn in school,
No.
really.
No,
It's
no, no,
a
no.
life experience you need to run after.
I love that. You know what? It is a life experience. Public
Hmm.
speaking skills is something that you have to work on every single day. And even talking
Yeah.
to yourself in the mirror to see how you're
Yeah.
projecting, how I see how you're
Hmm.
conveying your emotions, even recording yourself. So you can look back and say,
Yeah.
I could have emphasized a little bit more on this phrase. You get to
Hmm.
learn from yourself. Life is the best teacher.
How to feel confident even if you don't have that good, pretty face.
I think true beauty
Mm.
relies on the condition of your heart and your soul. You know, I really believe that there's a lot of beautiful faces, but if there's nothing inside, if it's just shallow, is it beauty? Ultimately, beauty relies in your soul, how you give, how you love, how you cherish, how you see life, how you take your life experiences and make it something beautiful and something that you're able to share with other people. I think the true beauty lies within yourself. So not to focus on the physical at all. At all. And I believe that nowadays us women are redefining what it is to be beautiful. You know, I don't think anymore is so superficial and shallow. I believe beauty really is much deeper than that. It's how you make other people feel. And I think that to me is beauty.
That's true.
Yeah.
Spoken like a true queen.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much.
Well, I had a hard time with this question because I'm one of those people who didn't grow up with people telling her you're beautiful. Because coming from my Chinese family, we hold back on a lot of compliments.
Wow.
So I
Is
feel
it
like
cultural?
it's cultural because we're humble that way. Like we don't want to claim those things. Like to claim that would be like a really huge step. That's kind of, it'll take you
Yeah.
aback. Yeah. So it's like we're conservative that way.
Yeah, I understand. Yeah, I totally understand.
Yeah. So getting into beauty pageants, like you kind of have tips from like outside your family, right? Like, hey, you're so tall and and you don't look bad.
Yeah.
So, and it's also a Filipino culture to like reject compliments. Like when someone tells you you're so beautiful, it's like no,
Oh, I
I'm
see.
not.
I see.
You're beautiful.
Yeah, I
We
understand
can't accept
completely.
them.
I
Yeah,
understand completely what you're saying. Yeah. No, and I
yeah.
think
So
that's good as well, you know, to be
yeah.
humble, but also
Mm-hmm.
realizing that you are beautiful, you know, and
Mm-hmm.
maybe accepting that you are beautiful, and it's okay to accept that you are beautiful as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I feel like what I learned throughout that journey of discovering beauty from within and yeah.
Yeah.
It's really claiming it, taking that step to claim it. And I found that God is actually very generous.
Mm,
Like, He may not give you these assets that the world or other people tell you need to have, but He certainly gave you something or like a
amen.
thing or two, you
Yes.
know? It's like he
Yes.
didn't skimp on that for sure. So you will
Absolutely.
always find this something, and when you recognize it or someone else recognizes it, I hope you hold on to that and
Yeah.
then build your confidence on that. Because just the same way that everyone else is a different kind of smart, everyone
Yeah.
is also a different kind of beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's a strong woman and there's a submissive woman, but there's still beauty in what they decide to do, you know?
Exactly.
Like you can't compare either. Like you can't categorize it. So don't categorize yourself as well when it comes to beauty.
I
No,
love
like
that.
the
Absolutely. And
it's
you
restrictive confidence.
yeah, and you make a
Yeah.
really good point as well. You know, that's why it's so important for self-discovery to really
Mm-hmm.
understand who we are, to understand and love the things about ourselves. So whenever
Yeah.
someone does compliment something about ourselves, we can accept it because us too, you too, feels that way as
Yeah.
well. I think that's so important that we give ourselves positive affirmations every single day, things that we
Mm-hmm.
truly love about ourselves. I think that's
Yeah.
incredibly important because we all have our uniqueness that makes us beautiful.
Yeah. And
Mhm.
because right now I'm taking up my master's degree in communication.
Congratulations! Congratulations! I'm so happy to hear that.
Thank you.
That's
So
great.
I read from one of my from one of the journals actually that we're supposed to do,
Mhm.
like it said there you are actually spoken into being.
Mm.
So you know the saying that you have to surround yourself with positive people. I took that on a very surface level, I feel, and I realized upon reading that like you're spoken into being, that there are a lot of times in our lives when someone else told us what we thought was otherwise, and then we were like, I didn't know that I'm actually that way, or I could actually do that. And I'm
Mm.
like, that's so true.
That's
So
powerful.
yeah,
That's
I
very
just felt like I
powerful.
needed to share that.
Yeah, no, and it's true. Energies are contagious. Words are powerful.
Mm,
We
yeah.
really don't put the importance on how important words are.
Yeah.
So to be very careful and precise on what we tell ourselves and tell
Yeah.
others, because it can make a huge difference.
Definitely. So
Keep
you
things
can
in-
make all the difference for someone and you
Yeah.
didn't even know it. And I hope that's like a good kind of difference.
Yes, amen. That
Yeah.
is so true.
I have a
That's
nice question here as well from Mike VBNN.
I might.
He's asking like how you can stop comparing yourself from other girls in the competition.
Well,
Hmm.
that's a good question. I
Right?
guess when you start to compare yourself to other girls, take a step back and realize why you're there. You are just as
Mm.
qualified as the next girl next to you, and to just think
Yeah.
about your beauty. And it's not bad to admire another girl as well and say that, wow, she
Mm-hmm.
is beautiful. I love what she's wearing. But to have it from a noble place, give those compliments from a noble place in your heart, not out of envy or
Mm.
jealousy. Because
Yeah.
once we're able to do that, we're able to accept all the beautiful things about ourselves and realize that we are
Mm-hmm.
just capable as the next girl next to us, and realize that we're all beautiful in our own different ways. It's okay that someone else is beautiful. We are beautiful as well, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know what?
Embrace each other.
That's also like one of my few realizations during this quarantine. I was like, you have a lot of time to reflect. And
Yep.
I was thinking, you're already an adult if you know how to appreciate the successful woman next to
Mm.
you, and
Yes.
not have ill thoughts about that, not a tinge of jealousy. And at that moment, I was just so thankful. Like, thank you for giving me this kind of enlightenment because I feel like it's something that can really hold you down, especially
Yes.
when you browse through Instagram, social
Exactly.
media, and
There's enough successes for each woman in this world.
yeah.
You
Oh, I
know,
love that. Yeah,
we
that's
have enough. Each woman has their space. You know, we let's help each other
mm,
out, because the world is a place of limitless potential. So we need to
mhm.
just go after what we want and support others along the journey. That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can't
That
compare.
has to be in a quote box, Maddie.
Yeah.
There's enough success to go around.
Yeah,
That's
there's enough
true.
successes for each woman, for each person. You know,
Yeah,
and once we realize that, life is smooth sailing.
yeah.
Yeah.
And this is like that came at the right time because someone's just asking from RJ Vincent Wilder, what is your definition of success? Hmm.
I guess success means something different for each person. You know,
Mm-hmm.
me personally, success is when I'm in a space where I feel enlightened in every single way, where I feel that I
Mm-hmm.
have really accepted my challenges and my failures, to be one of my greatest victories. And I'm in that journey right now. I'm in a place where I accept my failures as much as I do as my victories, and that to me is
Mm-hmm.
success. You know, but life is an
Yeah.
ongoing journey, so there's going to be times where I'm really upset about something, but able to just put my ego aside and to realize what is this teaching
Mm.
me. And that to me is my success. And being around people who genuinely love me is success to
Yeah.
me. You know, being able to distinguish who is good for my spirit, for my soul, who is genuine,
Mm.
is also really important for me. So that to me is being successful, and also living in my divine purpose. Why am I here on this
Mm-hmm.
earth? And being able to diagnose that and to be living in my purpose and my truth, that is success
Yeah.
for me. We all have a mission on this earth. We all,
Yeah.
each and every single one of us is here for a reason. It's to make a change.
Mm-hmm.
And once I feel that I'm living in that right direction, in that alignment, which I feel like I'm on the path, thank God, that to me is success. That's why I feel so successful,
Mm-hmm.
because I believe that I'm in my divine purpose right now. I found my
Yeah.
mission, you know. And that to me is success. But
Yeah.
you define your success. Success means something
Yeah.
different for each and every single person.
And it could always change
Yeah,
depending on the season of your life.
yeah, for sure.
And the challenges will really like make you realize which the things that are more important,
Yeah,
and the things that were so petty but you worried about it so much
yeah.
before.
It's a human reaction. You know, it's a
Yeah.
human reaction. So just conquering that human emotion and working from a higher level, for me, is success.
Oh, this is an interesting one. How can you express your opinion to other people?
Hold on, I flipped the camera. Sorry. How can you express your opinion to other people? Um, I mean, coming from an authentic place is the best. You know, that's how you can really express your opinion to other people, and also realizing that you know, everyone has their own opinion, so being respectful in a way is also really important. You know, you don't have to hurt someone's feelings just because you think a certain way. I think that there's a way to express your how you feel in a respectful manner. So just being aware maybe who you're talking to, the situation, and speaking from an honest place, but also with respect.
I'll answer this question in the context of how crazy social media got in this pandemic, you know, how people are really tested when it comes to like disseminating information and educating people.
Exactly.
Yeah, I feel like that's the biggest challenge I'm facing right now because it can get really frustrating, especially from our standpoint where we're public figures, we're beauty queens, so we're obliged to share our 2 cents about it. But at the same time, it can get so vicious. Like that space can get so vicious that on our end, it's hard to not fight back.
Yeah.
And I feel like every day I take 10 steps back from like commenting back to like negativity, you know?
Sure. I
So
agree
it's, but at the same time, you need to enlighten these like people commenting bad stuff as well, especially if you know that it's not fact. So
Nicole,
I'm trying so hard to like
Nicole,
pick the best words for this, but it's like,
you know what? I
no
swear
chill.
to you, this is why you're my soul sister. Thank you, because we have the same thinking process. I agree 100% with you. You know, and it's really, especially like you said, in our industry, we have to, you know, be in a manner where we can share our opinion, also be respectful to many other people's beliefs. But there's moments where it's just like you need to correct someone.
And there's so much more people you need to consider.
Yes.
Like from different demographics, from different standpoints.
Absolutely.
So you have to, as a beauty queen, you have to empathize with each group.
Absolutely.
So that can get really complex.
That's why I also believe that if you want to ask yourself, maybe should I be a beauty queen? Should I consider pageantry? Ask yourself, what qualities do you have? Because I believe to be a beauty queen is to be empathetic to other people's feelings.
Yes.
To have enough love in your heart to be able to share with others. And that's why I think it's so important to reflect on your characteristics, because it is true for that precise reason. You know, we have to be empathetic for people's backgrounds, cultures, heritage, traditions, because we are that figure of unity. We can be super divisive as well. Yeah.
So, like, to directly answer that question, I don't respond to negative comments that you know are coming from an emotional place or from a troll account.
Yes.
Shit right there. But I am obliged to respond to comments that are misinforming the public.
Absolutely.
That are misusing terms, misusing information, that mislead people, that miseducate people. I want to make that a thing. Like you're miseducating people.
It's false information, and that can be completely turned out of hand and created something that doesn't exist. So it's really true to make sure that whatever you're correcting is because it's harmful in some way or form.
Yeah, but always respond with facts. I think that has been my guiding light. Like, you aim to educate. Like, why am I responding to this person? Is it just so I can have a win that day? So I can feed my ego?
Yes.
No, because I want to change the way they think. I don't want other people to read it and absorb it. I want people to read it and see my rebuttal and think differently.
Absolutely. So. I agree 100% with you. Very good.
Yeah.
Now I understand why you have your pageant. Your pageant. That's absolutely true. I think that especially now in this day and age where social media is a part of our lives, it's not going anywhere. We do,
and could be a bigger part of our lives, actually.
Absolutely. I believe that us as beauty queens, we have the ethical responsibility to be that voice of reasoning, of facts and understanding, and obviously fact checking people who want to mislead.
So I want to ask you, like, what's the worst, like, is there one thing you would like to change about, like, this part of your journey in pageantry? Like, something in the system, I don't know.
In the system, that's a great question. That's a great question. You know, I think that the pageant that nowadays are doing a really good job, including the girls' life experiences as part as like the factor of winning. I really like that. Now they're incorporating, like Miss Universe, they wanted to know about my backstory. They wanted to know what I did. And I like that. You know, it's good to understand what each girl does on in their personal life. I like that. Because it doesn't come from, the winner doesn't come from a shallow decision. But if I could change something, I don't want to say nothing because everyone expects me to say nothing. If I could change something, maybe during the pageant, have more moments where the girls can express their speaking abilities, their life stories, maybe with the other contestants, maybe virtually, have open discussions about sensitive topics, have open discussions on social causes.
So a more daring organization.
Yeah, for sure. Like, let's have debates.
Wishful thinking.
Yeah, because, you know, I believe that the final night doesn't give the girls enough time to really show what they're made of. You know, maybe they didn't say one specific word that maybe, you know, cost them the crown, or they were nervous. But if they have...
Actually, that's what I was waiting for this year's edition. Usually you have like the interviews in groups, right?
Yeah,
like a talk show.
Something like this in this dynamic where we can have open debates. Let's have open debates and let's exchange ideas. Let's exchange you know, our self-expression. Let's see how we communicate with each other. And I think that would, if I can incorporate something in pageants, I would love that, because one night I really believe can really highlight all these girls' speaking abilities and self-expressions and how they can manage themselves in a debate. So that's something, if I could change something, I would do. Let me go ahead and say thank you to every single person that is here right now in the live. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for your comments. Thank you for your flags, your hearts. I love them. We see them. I wish that we can reply to each and every single one of them, but thank you. We see them. And also thank you for supporting me from the beginning of my journey up till now. Please continue following my journey. It means so much to me. And thank you, Nicole, for being such a good friend of mine.
Thank you so much for doing this call with me, Maddie. Like, I needed this for the sake of my sanity here.
Yes, exactly. Whenever you want to call me, I'm always here, available. I love it. So now you know.
Thanks, Maddie.
Bye.
You take care.
Likewise. God bless.
I can't wait to talk to you again. Bye. Love you.
Love you. Bye.